Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. So VeChain, I told you in the last video that VeChain finally needs to start to move, and yeah, to be fair, it moved a little bit. Nothing too crazy, however, we see it moving. So VeChain as well, similar to many other cryptos, formed here a wave 1, first impulse to the upside in April 21, then came down in a wave A, moved up in a wave B, moved down in a wave C, a textbook correction, all good. The only small problem, not really a problem, but yeah, the only small issue we have with this chart is that the C wave here, the last wave down in which we currently are, or maybe completed it already, bit too early to say that, but it came down a little bit too much, which doesn't invalidate anything. It is just yeah, you know, we came down below this 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level. That was my original target area I formulated back in November, December for VeChain here, that we would go down to that level, 3.3 cents, and then ideally turn around. Now we dropped down a little bit lower, I think all the way down to 2.5 cents we did, or 2.1. Now, this is normally the area where you would reasonably expect those coins, or generally assets, very young assets, to turn around. If these assets drop lower than the 88.7% Fib level, it usually doesn't have a very positive impact on the sentiment around them. And then it means they could take a bit longer to recover. Now, that might be one of the reasons why VeChain is not recovering as strongly as some other coins at the moment, but don't really have a problem with that at the moment. It is just something that should be mentioned, because most, or no, not most coins, but yeah, most coins I cover actually did hold that 88.7% Fib level. For example, Polygon, Polkadot, ADA, ETH, obviously, they all did hold it. Chainlink held it. And however, some of them obviously dropped below it. Now for VeChain, we already in this wave A came down to the 78.6% Fib level, so that you would usually expect in the C wave then to go down to the 88.7. Now, apparently they sometimes go below. That is not a problem, especially if they recover fairly quickly. And so far we are recovering, but we have not reclaimed this 88.7% Fib level at 3.3 cents. However, we came down to one of the last support levels I gave you here, the 2.1 cent level. Actually, we even touched very briefly the 2 cent level, then started to reverse here in what some people might call an inverse head and shoulders, so a possible reversal pattern. And we can see, similar to what we do on the Bitcoin chart and some other charts currently, a first potential impulse that might be emerging. We need to get above, first of all, here these resistance levels, as I mentioned before already. We're currently fighting here with this 2.5, 2.6 cent level. If we go above that, we've got the next one to deal with at 2.8. And then a very, very important resistance level is that 3.3 cent level. And then if we go above 3.3 cents, we have reached a very, very good and important milestone, because it means that we have broken back into the range here between the 88.7 and the 78.6% Fib level. That will be a big milestone on VeChain's way back to the upside. Until we get back above that level, I don't really want to talk about sustainable price increases. Nevertheless, it is important to follow here potential first impulse that is unfolding that could take us towards that level, because let's face it, VeChain really shouldn't drop much lower. The 2 cent level was nearly like really the last exit on the motorway, I can tell you that. Dropping much lower would really not be good for the market sentiment. So it's good that VeChain did move around and is turning around here. And to be honest, from an Elliott wave point of view, it made perfect sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We found a reversal here. It's really too good to be true. And you know, it is too early to talk really about this reversal. But we can see an impulse here, and we can see an impulse forming here. So it is definitely something that's worth mentioning. But it's too early to confirm that the low was in. Yeah, so hopefully that was clear. We see here a potential, but it's too early to confirm it. So, because what we have here, we have seen a wave 1 to the upside, we have seen a wave 2 down, and we must be in the wave 3 at the moment in a bullish count. Now the problem here is, and again, it might be because VeChain dropped below that 88.7% FIB level, yeah, which is a bit problematic. Some coins, like for example Matic, yeah, they've already created their, or they formed their wave 1, 2, and 3 already, and even wave 4. Ethereum as well. I just need to think. I don't think Ethereum has, but XRP has, yeah, for example. But here with VeChain, it hasn't. So we can count this as an impulse, maybe a leading diagonal in a wave 1. Then this is a 2. Now again, this cannot be a 3. It would be another wave 1 and 2, possibly in this wave 3. The problem is we have not come high enough for a wave 3. The minimum target that would need to be reached to count as wave 3 would need to be here 3 cents, pretty much 3 cents. That's fine. Now we haven't reached it. We are only here at around 2.6 here at the max level that we reached. So it could very well be this is only the first, maybe this was a wave 1, 2, and this could actually be a 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4 in this third wave, but that would mean the fifth wave would need to be quite long. We could also say maybe this here was just the wave 1 and 2 in the wave 3. That's possible as well. That will now depend on the next few days how this is emerging, and if we cannot push above this 2.6 cent level, then we probably have a bit of a delay here, and then it could be that even that wave 2 was never finished, yeah. But as long as we stay above the swing high here of 2 cents, we can now be a bit more bullish, and we can look at this in terms of a possible impulse. I mean, it could even be, as I said, this wave 2 wasn't finished, and this is absolutely possible as long as we don't really go above that 2.6 cent level. Because what it could have been in this wave 2, yeah, obviously it is an ABC. So we could have had here an A, an overshooting wave B, and the wave C would then come down even lower than the wave A in most cases. That would then be the wave 2, and from here we could really start with a rocket, yeah, to the wave 3 target. So that all depends a little bit now on, can the price actually break above this 2.6 cent level? That is the previous wave 4 high, and going above a previous wave 4 high usually has some significance. That is also why we're getting stuck here, but you can expect if we go above it, then probably the next target really is here this, first of all, as I said, the 2.8 cent level, and then the extension target here, 3.1 cent, which would be the wave 3 target. But yeah, to get this done, we really need to push higher here. If you see a strong bearish reaction here, then we will probably go down once more in this C wave, because then this means the wave 2 is probably never finished. And the C wave would, I mean, my target for the C wave would be first target here, that 2.2 cent level, and that would then be a drop from where we are now here of around 12%. A nice trade for anyone who wants to take it, but really only if we get rejected here, and then that would be the target for me. Yeah, it can of course go lower, but the wave C could also just end here at the high of the wave A. For now, however, I do go with a view that the wave 2 is finished. And from here, but we need to break this 2.6 cent level. Yeah, we need to break it. We are just slightly below it, or no, we're above it, but we're fighting around it really, as you can see here. So it's really that swing high that needs to be taken out to move higher. And then we can finally get on with a wave 3, form a wave 4 down, a wave 5 to the upside. That whole 5 wave move then would again be corrected down in a wave 2, because this will count as a larger wave 1. Then you have a wave 2 to the downside. We can also look at the price targets for this wave 2, just roughly here, and that could take us down into the region here between the 2.6 cent level again and even 2.15 cent, depending on how bearish this wave 2 correction will be. Again, that would be between the 50% FIB retracement and the 88.7% FIB level. And from here, then again, that would be a good entry point in this wave 2 if we see something like that in an ABC correction after the 5-wave move up. Somewhere here, yeah, maybe the 61.8% FIB level at 2.5 cents. And if we then see a reversal, I think we can be quite certain that, yeah, we have a really good chance the breakout is done. But again, next target for the bulls really needs to be that 88.7% FIB level that I mentioned in the beginning. That one here that is the lower support, now resistance of this yellow target area. That would be definitely a relief for the price and take away some of the downside pressure. Okay, and that is my view about VeChain here at the moment. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.